Hello, hello. Hello, Sunshines. Hey, Cat. Hey, Michael. Mappa, you're welcome. Right, guys, let's lock in. No time to waste today. No time to waste. Right, Cat, so, as planned, I do critiques after I finish the illustration, so in 3 hours, but in case if you run out of time or you'd want to go earlier, you can do it like in an hour if you want to. So I'll just take a break from this and then I'll come back. Well. What's up? What is up, Sunshine? We need to lighten up this piece. I came back to this just now and like seeing how dark it is. We're definitely lighting this up. 3 hours sounds fine. Great, that's great then. But if you'll need it in an hour time, just let me know because you know I'm flexible when it comes to this. Hey, Swishy. Evening. Evening, Sunshines. I hope you're feeling cute today. I feel adorable. What if you put this here, by the way? Here, right? Will you be able to see it on the camera? No. Oh. Can barely see it. Shit. Okay, never mind. Frog. Look at this. Ain't that something? Help? Yo, what's up? What's up, Michael? I can put it here, but you just won't be able to see it. Maybe just... No, it's gonna be confusing. I'll just keep it on my desk. What's up, Michael? What do you need help with? Yeah, so I decided to go for darker hair and brighter background. I'll still touch on the hair later. Only 17. Oh yeah, help is an emote. Sorry, I was just on the different screen. I didn't see the chat. Yeah, my bad. Not used to just hell being an emote, okay? Not used to... Oh. I'm not a normie, I promise. I know what 7TV is. It's just... since I have YouTube and Twitch, I keep my tab on the second monitor on YouTube so I can read the chat there. And I have like a window pop-up on my main monitor, but it doesn't support the 7TV emotes. Unfortunately. Okay, that ain't in emote. Right, I like the brightness. I just don't think it follows the perspective currently. This probably would come closer to her. But painting circles in perspective is, I find it super challenging. And if you guys have it easy. But I find circles in perspective kinda extra challenging. Hey Daryl, what's your target for 2025? 200 pieces. That's my target. 200 pieces. However, that is, well, I'm already behind on that. Let me tell you, I'm already behind. I'm not really stressing about it too much, but you know, just a general mark. I'm probably not even gonna do anything about it really if I'm behind the goal, but that's kind of like what I'm going for currently. What about you, Daryl? How many you aiming for? Hey, Kaden. You're welcome. Good evening, friend. How's it going? I am up to the usual, painting Warcraft characters. Yo, Kaden, I have a crazy idea, and let me know how interested you would be. And just in general, how interested you think it would be like for WoW players in general. So, I want to do a huge. I don't know if you know what huge is. Huge is pretty much like your character here type of it is what artists do. Like you do a sketch, let's say, and then the character wouldn't be painted. It would be like just a silhouette of a character. And what you can do as a commissioner whenever artist posts like that, you can like pay for it for the artist to finish it with your character in it. And I came up with a very interesting idea for like specifically for WoW players who are into keys. It would be like kind of your character holding like a keystone, and next to the the sphere that you start the key with. And I plan on doing that and kind of making it as a huge for the upcoming season. Like, hey, all the key pushers, let's go. Huge commissions. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain to somebody who probably doesn't know what a huge is. I guess I can show it already. Okay, I'll give it out. Bang. So this is my character. The background will be the Undermined entrance. And I'll finish the piece like kind of for myself first. It's super rough. You can see it's been like barely a couple of hours in this piece. But then what I would do is like I'll pretty much have like character blacked out like this. And what you'll be able to do is like you'll be able to like I mean, it will be an announcement and everything, but you'll be able to pretty much pay me for me to paint your character in here. And I want to do this, like unlimited, so pretty much, as many people as would want to sign up. So as somebody who's into WoW and who does keys, probably, I don't think I've seen you do a key, but you definitely do, right? Because you rate it. So like, does that sound interesting, as a key enjoyer? $10, $12 keys for sure. Nice, nice. That's great, because I think I kind of cooked with the idea. I feel like it's a very, very like interesting, huge idea. Because mostly huge, like huges are kind of generic, It is just like a very like generic environment or like background, and then you pretty much insert your character there. But this is like something very specific. It just YCH, like stands for your character here. Like this. How to promote the type of commission though? Just posting the rough pose? No, so the way I'll promote it, I'm still thinking about it by the way, but it will be like the finished art like this, and then as I said like this, but that would say like it would pretty much say your character here, like set price. So it'll be 2 posts independently. Hey Laura, hey Carbon, you're welcome, Sunshines. So this is what I'll go for. Hey, Saren. I don't know how that will go. It will be my first time ever selling a huge. Because usually people do auctions for those. So like it's, people bid on price and whoever bids the most gets it. And I was always nervous like doing huges, and I'm never doing them pretty much. Because like what if nobody bids, Like if people just don't give a fuck about a huge. But it's a very common practice, by the way, between like artists and everybody in art communities. Yeah, Kaden, what are you up to yourself, friend? I noticed you post way less videos. I guess your efforts goes into streaming way more now. fixed price type of commission, it can be, and usually, you know, what they do is they have a bidding and like minimum bids, and then they have a AB as well, which stands for auto buy. So like if somebody bids like high enough, they immediately get the thing. But I'm not gonna do an auction. It will be like a fixed price for everybody. And again, I want to do like as many as I can, as many as like people sign up, because I think it's very cool, and it's gonna have the whole Undermined theme behind, like the not the Galagio, but like the entrance into the new zone. I think it's gonna be incredible. Finished workout and just doing house chores. Nice. What did you do today? Did you snatch? Did you do some snatch pulls? Focusing on stream, trying to find a balance. It's definitely hard. I mean, I cannot find the balance myself. Like, I can bring myself to streaming. It's kind of easy, but the videos somehow take like some special amount of effort. Like, I don't know. Like, I cannot bring myself to the videos. Cardio on the bike. Oh my god. Sprints on assault bike. Oh no, not these. 20 calories in like in 15 seconds, and then you're just on the floor vomiting. Yeah, we all know those. Yeah, but today just working on a usual quick commission. Nothing too crazy today. But I've had a blast, like, already painting my character for like the first time in a couple of months. Damn, I love working on her. Just remember, because again, to interact with people in real time. Yeah, definitely. And I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, for me it's just less stress. It's immediate feedback too, like you go live and you see people showing up, and it's like, it's super nice. Hey Auntie, you're welcome. Hey Alex, Coin, yo, what up? I got commissioned by my friend to draw his Roblox character. Wait, aren't Roblox like Lego characters? No, that's gonna be interesting. How's it going? We chilling today. We chilling, doing some art, feeling cute. What about you, Alex? What you up to? Or to do your roles in one person? Yeah. Do you also do, like, I saw you do like upload highlights of the, or like parts of the stream as a separate video? Like, how difficult is that to do? I imagine like going through all the streaming footage is you know, super taxing. I imagine that is like a lot of time. And I don't want to darken her hair, even though it wouldn't really make that much like logical sense, but it will just make her stand out more against the background. I also want to put more emphasis on the shadow to make her look like she's sitting there. That will make more sense as well. Art's looking great, thank you, thank you. The last time then writing and shooting a video from scratch though. To be honest, I don't like watching videos from that are like moments from the stream. They just feel different. They just feel like reused content. I kinda prefer the you know, pre-made videos way more. You do a really good job at streaming though. Like I saw, and like it does feel like you already have some experience in broadcasting, because like you're really entertaining in the way you communicate with the chat and everything. You do an incredible job on that. Not levitating anymore? No, I changed my mind. I changed my mind on that. It just wasn't working. Like I tried it a couple of ways to make it work, and I just didn't like the result. Usually I try to like not do for different versions. Like I try to stick to the initial plan, but like sometimes if it doesn't work out, you gotta initiate the quick fixes, you know? Gotta change things on the fly. Hey Laura, what are you up to? Did you finish the card? Hey Kaden, imagine, I have already a regular viewer who's working for Blizzard. They're doing a Hearthstone card. That's fucking nuts. Yeah, that is wild. It is like as successful as it gets. Still working on it. I really want to ask them some details, but I know you cannot share them. Like I just want to know like at least what it is. Not even for like spoilers. I'm just curious, you know, to ask like general questions like what is it, what are you working on? But I know you cannot share. You finish it by Monday. I'm sweating. To be honest, Hearthstone cards really do not look like they're that time consuming or difficult to do. Especially a couple of latest ones they've added, they looked so simplistic in rendering and everything, and just I feel like I would definitely be able to do one, but of course it's a matter of you know, getting in contact with Blizzard and everything. Minion card? Yeah, like even those. So yeah, you'll be able to finish it by Monday, I believe in you. They have very clean edges. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's I guess the most about it. Clean edges, like super clean composition, which I actually I guess I'm kind of gravitating towards it myself currently. But I used to do pieces that would literally not work as a Hearthstone card because like the purpose of the pieces were to make like character less readable on the background. And I still love that look, but it's totally the opposite of what you need to do for Hearthstone. It's crazy. Did you work in the studio before, Laura? Or are you just freelancing and that's like your first big thing? Freelancing only, damn, that's crazy. I'm super happy for you. Worked with an indie for a year. I wonder if it makes sense for them, or like makes a difference for Blizzard. Like if they, do you think they would hire you if they didn't see you working with an indie studio, or do you think it doesn't really matter, and it's only the portfolio and what you do matters? And outsourcing studios, that I bet matters. Gotta wonder where I should give like the most emphasis here. I just need to get the general kind of lighting composition down here and then like work into the shapes and everything, which is gonna be really fun. Experience matters if you're doing if you're going for a permanent spot in studio, but if freelance it don't matter as much. Damn, that's very encouraging actually. Well, Arcana, they didn't even look. Shit. I don't know, I'm kind of not even considering the studio route, even like a freelance. I decided to kind of go into more content creation route, but I wonder if that was a mistake. I wonder if like going for a studio job would have been better career choice. I don't know. Gathering XP points for now. What XP points are you talking about? Like you're already at like, what's the matter of you hitting the max level if you're already like in the molten core, you know? You're already doing it. Like it, I guess what is it there more prestigious than doing a Hearthstone card? I guess like working for Magic the Gathering, but like they even pay less as far as I know. You already made it. what you're doing is good. Yeah, but I ain't getting paid like 1k per piece though, do I? Let's be honest here. Hearthstone is like what? 1k to like 11 to 1500 per piece, right? More is doing more Hearthstone cards. I mean, I bet more are coming though. If you're doing good work, like what are the chances of them not hiring you again? Like 0. Right? I mean, next thing you know, next Hearthstone expansions, you're doing like half of the cards for them. You're just swimming in cards. One is I already have just keeping up and to have more bad habit of always looking to the future. That's what ambitious people have, and it's not a bad habit either. It's just what you do. I guess for like well-being and like feeling cute in the moment it matters, but like in general I feel like this goal-oriented mindset is pretty good. As long as you don't stress out about it. Do you want to do more blue sky early concepts? What is the blue sky early concept? What's that? Do you ever have a bad R day? Bad R day. Not really. I do have unproductive days where like I don't stream or you know, I don't do anything quote unquote productive, but I always paint. And like it does feel the same every single day. Like I feel you know, I guess a better R day would be the day where I'm like focused on something else. Like literally this Monday and Tuesday, I only work for maybe like 3-4 hours in the morning, working on a like big commission, and then I was just playing WoW for the rest of the day and training. So I guess that would count as a bad R day. But it's not because like something was bad about it. It was just like I really wanted to game. Working with other artists for this same world and feeding off each other ideas is so rewarding and fun. Oh yeah, that I mean that's I guess like working on the MMO like concepts and stuff. Yeah, I can imagine it being like incredible. That's such a different life though. Imagine you just leave with your work then. I mean, this is what I like about illustration compared to concept art, is that you can literally turn off and like still finish a piece and make it look good. Like you really don't need to be present to like do rendering. Concept though, holy shit, like you gotta be tuned in all the time, you know. Your painting is not coming out right. It's more not that like a bad art day, it's just like some like specific artworks can really stink. And usually that's like your fault if it happens. So like you're like didn't plan the you're just doing a bad job and it like doesn't come together and then you feel bad about it. That's what I find. And then I just like rework the whole piece. So for example, if I was trying to do the levitating route on this piece, right, the one that I tried yesterday, and it wouldn't come together, but I would still continue. Like I would just refuse to change it and I would try to make it work, but The idea itself is flawed. Like, the idea itself is just like the one that is destined not to work, but you're continuing grinding at it. Then yeah, then like if you even spend the whole day, it would look like dog water. What you do instead, though, like, you just change, you know, even the whole thing entirely. You might really just restart the piece and you'll have much better time. So it's not about the day, it's about you know, your like approach and the current piece more. Back to normal WoW music, yeah. Enough of the Undermine music. Kidding, if you're still here, I don't know if you heard the new Undermine music, but I was listening to it, to the Datamine version of the Undermine music yesterday on the stream. It was bad. It wasn't good. Listen. It wasn't good music, so I don't know how it'll feel in the zone itself, but it wasn't really good. Sounded like we were in a legal casino in 1920s Chicago. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like some bad jazz. A little chaotic for the stream. Yeah, I wonder if it would be good in the game, though. It was a little bit wild. I'm originally concept artist. Oh, damn. So much talent, so exciting. I need to just draw me up in chat. Yeah, get the Hearthstone card down, please. Get it going. Imagine next will come out in Hearthstone and they'll just miss the crucial card. They'll just have a like a green block instead of a card. You can't make that happen. I actually wonder how long in advance do they commission cards. It must be like really long in advance. Probably like a couple of months. Never thought of it this way. Yeah, and you easily clock that if you just try to like switch to a different piece that already like works better if you have multiple ones, or even like start a new one and just like it goes hard like from the beginning. And that's how I've discovered that it's more about the piece than like about anything else. But then if that's a piece, you still gotta finish there, right? So yeah, and it sucks. So it's better to like just repaint the whole thing or like parts of it. Mechanically will be good. I hope so. Now where I play time in Hearthstone, will be wondering if the cards I play is theirs. You can actually, I don't know if you knew this, but you can look who made the card in the collection. Every card and every art has like artist's name to it, so you can actually check it out. Hey, Destiny, you're welcome. You knew that? Yeah. Can she say what it's for? No. She cannot say anything. She cannot say what it is. She cannot say like what expansion it's for. Imagine, the expansion, I bet, probably wasn't even announced yet. Like, of course she wouldn't be able to. She might not even know what it is, to be honest. There's a name attached to it, so cool. Yeah, Laura, there is. You didn't even know. She's painting Hearthstone cards, she didn't even know the thing she'll get. Wow. Next free are announced? Oh, for Hearthstone, I don't know. To be honest, I haven't kept up with Hearthstone in a while, but yeah, like I bet it's just like the requirement for the card and they don't even give you any specifics. She probably doesn't even know if that it's going to be like a card for the construction, card for battlegrounds. I bet she doesn't know anything about it. Hey, Crafty. Yeah, NDA stuff, like, they say a word and they go in prison forever. Dangerous stuff. How to keep yourself from over-rendering a piece? Curious about your style. The quick commissions, as the one that I'm working right now, are limited in time, so like I'm Even if I would want it to, like, I wouldn't be able to over-render it. But for big artworks, I just, in a way, I just get tired from them, and I just don't see any way I can improve the piece anymore, so I kind of stopped working on it. Even if I see, like, potentials for rendering, I just, like, if it doesn't feel like it would be significant improvement, I just stop. That's kind of the way I go about it. So I want to add some additional shapes to the hair, make it look like it's flowing kind of more. Makes you bow wow talking. Oh yeah. See you, Daryl. Have fun. It was snowing today for the first time in this winter in Georgia. That was nice. I miss the snow. Hello, Marie. Oh shit, the Shrek, bro. I guess new people don't know, but like, whenever you change Frog's outfit, there is a 1% chance that it will change to a rare one, and one of the rare ones is a Shrek Frog. Wonder if that was too loud. See you, Kirian. Have fun, friend. Thank you for tuning in. Well, the problem that I have with shapes here is that I don't really know what I'm going for shape-wise. There's kind of like mist, kind of like a fog. Not used to painting that kind of thing. So just trying to adjust my shapes towards it. Kind of like a cloud, but more floaty. I've done it once very, very nicely, and just like trying to replicate that. like staying zoomed out, trying to figure out the journal flow, but once it's covered, like I will just zoom in and kind of work more on every single swirl and little shape like this. Chance, what are you working on today? What you painting? It's Thursday, second best day of the week. So you gotta be working on something nice. Yeah, I don't think I cannot wait to get back to my personal piece, the huge. Wow, that actually I just feel so good about it, you know, like working on it and like the way it would come out and the whole thing. I definitely need to get it done before the season starts. Hey Matt, yo. Love the piece, love the contrast between red and mint, so pleasing. Thank you, yeah, like I also love it. I love mint in general, I feel like it's a very, very nice color. It can go well together with, I mean, reds, oranges, it's just like such a nice complementary color. Even if it's like saturated here, I guess it ain't that saturated, like 30 saturation. Doesn't really go that wild, but it looks saturated even if it isn't. You know, it looks very juiced up, looks very strong. Without like the aggression of that usually happens with colors with like high saturation. That's why I love it so much. Excel spreadsheet. You're working on an Excel spreadsheet on Thursday? Oh no. What's the spreadsheet about? Like what kind of data you bring there? There's a guy on YouTube who runs Mythic Plus in WoW, and he puts every single run he like documents it in a Excel spreadsheet. Hey Boomy. You're welcome. We're continuing working on the piece for you. I hope you like where it's going. I've been loving it so far. Accounts payable for a small business by day. Damn. Are granted by night. I see. That's a very high contrast. Usually artists are not into like the data professions and stuff like that. Speaking for myself here for sure. Don't you think her ear is too pointy for a draw? Oh, would you want for me to like make it like less pointy, like more like this? Sure, Boomy, if you have any like changes, you have the luxury of like requesting changes while you're on a stream. So like feel free to say anything. You don't sound like a pain. Don't worry about it. So more like this, I would imagine. I don't know why I made it pointy, by the way. Like that's. I guess I've painted too many elves. This works better. Nice. Yeah, like if anything bothers you, just let me know. Like you're on the stream, totally cool. Requesting changes, like, it's totally fine. Gotta pay the bills. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Even if it doesn't sound that exciting, I hope you're having fun. You know, like I have faith in you having fun in this. Excited to see what you'll do with the hair. I mean, I kinda... I'm not done with it for sure, but I'll kinda keep it in this manner. Like, it will not be, like, super burning or anything. I decided to make the mist, like, more vibrant than the hair. Do you feel like it's too little in the hair for now? Any advice on getting commissions? Where would be the place to start? You start everywhere. You literally have... You gotta have every single platform that is like ever known to mankind, and you gotta advertise yourself everywhere. And whatever gets you commissions, gets you commissions. Just like announce that your commissions are opened, like in your bio, maybe in your name, everywhere. And sometimes make posts about advertising them, maybe like once every couple of weeks. And in general, like whenever you'll be posting art, people will just see that you're open for commissions, and whoever is interested will reach out. Also, just a general rule of thumb, like the smaller community is, so if it's like a smaller website, like more niche website or Discord or anything, it will be easier for you to get commissioners there. I don't think it would make sense if less fairy, given she's meditating, though perhaps more cinders in the air can look nice. Yeah, I already have like quite a few, and I'll definitely elaborate on them more. I agree. Yeah, I'll mix in more fire in here. I just kind of like go step by step currently. Yeah, thank you for the feedback. It's helping. It's just an act of balancing here, you know, like I've tried out the more vibrant version of the hair yesterday and decided that it would be better for me to focus to have the background be brighter. So, you know, like this mist, for example, if I can show you. Let's do this. Let's turn it black and white for a second. So, like, if I would just brighten her hair, she would kind of blend into the background more. You see, like, without it, she, like, stands out better. So that's why I'm doing it. Kind of put the piece to look better overall, but I'll definitely gotta make more things with the fire here. I got my clients for playing in an MMO role-playing server. People love getting art done by their tunes. Yeah. I guess like for WoW, like maybe I'll even go to a WoW, like I'm in the what's it called? Argent Dawn EU roleplay Discord, and sometimes I post my art there. I've never gotten a commissioner from there, but it's definitely something that you can do as well. Like if you're into WoW, and I believe for D&D there's abundance of resources like that. Just like plenty to post your art in. Well, it becomes too similar, making blend together. Yeah, exactly. Even if the colors are super different, like it's still. Hey, Dragontos. Hey, Magic Boom. I'm talking to the client listening. Yeah, they're in the YouTube chat. Usually, I don't like, getting feedback by people on the stream. I pretty much never ask for it. But whenever it's the commissioner, it's like, that's kind of, for these quick commissions, it's their only moment to kind of request any changes is during the process on the stream. So that's why I'm allowing it. Yeah, I have YouTube too. The stream there is a little smaller, but it's kind of growing. Yesterday I had like 15 people on YouTube. That was nuts. Right now I have 6. I know this is for people who have commended you through it. Oh, really? Commissioned me through it? Oh, damn. I guess they found me on that Discord and then reached out elsewhere. I assume because I didn't get anybody reaching out to me on Discord. Hey, that's very nice. That is very nice, definitely. Hey, maybe I should post my art more often there. Definitely doesn't hurt. I just don't want to spam all the Discords with my art as I used to. Like, I used to literally post in all the Discords I've been into. I guess I need to go for a little bit of a break. I'll show you the time lapse. Be right back. Be back. That was a quick one. For Twitter, but they check you out though, finding that server. Yeah, that's very nice. Two of my friends have a full illustration commission done by you. Oh, damn, really? Wait, are those the is it Neuer and the other guy who I forgot, like the warlock? Maybe Ark? Let's turn this off. Just to guess one of my recent commissioners. There's also this guy, Malakar, who has commissioned me, I believe, like 3 times in a row. Example useful illustration, the Forsaken Priestess. Forsaken Priestess. Forsaken? Oh, yeah. The levitating one with a lantern. Yeah, that was a quick commission, though. Yeah, I do recall. Hey, Kapaki. Yo, hello there. Welcome. Yeah, it was like half a year ago, more than half a year ago I did that piece. It's my good friend, cool. That is actually so cool that, you know, like, I've done commissions for so many people from WoW, it's nuts. Like, I'm very, very proud of it. Damn, really, that's very nice. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for sharing it, Boom. I really appreciate it. I guess, like, word of mouth is, like, the best way to get more commissioners. Is just to have people talk about you. That's incredible. That's why focusing on one thing is such an incredible tactic to do. Because, like, if you're spread out between, like, multiple communities, you wouldn't get even anything close to that. You know what I really need to do? I need to install Total RP and, like, have all my art on all my characters, like, in the game. Maybe to also be a way to promote myself. Come on for roleplay guilds to find an artist that they'll like entire guild commissions them one by one. That's incredible. Yeah, I guess, you know, whenever that happens to me, which has definitely happened, you know, as you say, I'm kind of not aware of it, because, like, to me those are just, like, different people, and I don't see how they're connected. Right, so I'm kind of, like, oblivious to what's going on until, like, you guys tell me. Have you added the Nightmare Frog? I did, Dragontas. We gotta dig it up. You gotta find that bad boy. How many froggies do you have? I did, dude, imagine. It's been like, what, a week? I did. The guy who was in my chat earlier, by the way, Acadian, he's like a new WoW content creator. He started doing YouTube, and I was watching his videos, and then he recently started streaming. He was also like, I rated him once, and that's kind of how we got to know each other. He said that he was going to commission me to, like, maybe not right now, but like one day he's interested in that, and that is something that I really, really want to get into. I want to get known by like the WoW content creation scene as well. Imagine if I would do like art for like WoW events and shit, like community-based kind of. That would be nuts. That would be incredible. If like OnlyFans commissioned me for like the next, you know, season of Hardcore or whatever it happens, like that would have been great. I would have loved that. I don't know how to get noticed though without it being like annoying. Like I don't want to get in their face like on bad terms. That would be so cool. Yeah, that would be incredible. Hey, perfect. Just so feedback on Patreon. Yeah. So feedback on Patreon. By the way, we're gonna be doing another feedback session later today. Mr. Cat, they're gonna be incredible. Feedback on Patreon is that there's a tier for $10 a month, and for that you get a paint over on the stream for like half an hour and critiques on that painting. And later, potentially, I'll get you into the video that I want to do about critiques, and you know, get you a shout out on my YouTube as well, if that's something you're interested in, like to your socials and shit. That's kind of like the TLDR of the feedback. So yeah, if you're interested, that's an option. That's something that you can do. Where do you post the drawing you want critiques on? On Patreon, once you sub to it, there's a chat that you can join and you can post it there. There'll be a community tab, and people are already sending their pieces for critiques there. Thank you. Yeah, welcome. Still thinking how to make those into video though. Like, let's say if I have, how many do I put into in one video? What would you guys be interested in watching? If you would say you're watching me giving critiques to people in a video format, how much is too much and how little is too little? So I'm thinking 2 is too little for a single video, right? And then maybe 5? 10 does sound like too much, doesn't it? It's just like, oh, okay, what is it right now? But maybe like 5. Good 5. And then what would we do with the other ones, if we ever get there? Guess that's for a future me to worry about. Couple but spin paint pen over, do voiceover about the changes you made. Yeah, that's kind of gonna be the format. It's gonna be the speed paint with commentary on top of like what I think, what I did, like explaining the thing. And YouTube chatter talks so much, I had to check how many people there. Dude, 9 is not that bad. Okay, 9 is more than 8. So, I'll take that. Yeah, people on YouTube are way more chatty. I guess like the lurking culture on Twitch is too prevalent for our streams especially. Because it's just normal to like tune into an art stream and never say a word. on Twitch. Which is, you know, like for myself included, I also do that. When I finish my project, I'm going to try making frog skin too. Nice, Wishy. Yeah, feel free to do that anytime you want. I'll add it the next day. And then it's gonna be the difficulty of finding the frog. Because right now we have more than 100 frogs, not even counting the secret ones. So if you roll, the chance of you getting your frog is literally less than 1%. And I used to have like 10, so they would literally repeat like one after another. Mostly co-working with the streamer. Yeah. Like I imagine on YouTube it feels like a bit more involved for some reason. You can make frog skins. You can, Boomy. In the Discord, they have the, you know, the blueprint for the frog, like the original skin, and then you can like dress it up as much as you want, and just keep it safe for work. That's the only thing that I'm asking. But yeah, and then you can change it for channel points on Twitch. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't have anything related to it. But for Twitch shatters, yeah, you can change it up. And the most amount of skins were made by other people. I forgot the last time I even did the frog. Rolls the bunny suit frog. I mean, that's safe for work though. Hey, Sparks. Do you keep track of what themes people have done, or is it free for all? So there is a pure rev file that contains all the frogs that we have. It's a little bit outdated though. I gotta update it if you guys want for me to. It literally has all of them. Just yeah, it's like it would make sense for you like try to not to repeat the other ones there. But even if you do, I imagine it wouldn't be like that similar to the ones that people did. But I want to make it proggy. Sure, let's go, Sparks. Do that. I forgot, do I call you Sparks or Jazz? One of those you told me is your last name. You don't want to for me to refer you like that. Right, Jazz then. Jazz it is. All right. It first started with just the frog being there, like in the corner of the stream, the original, the OG frog. And then I don't recall if somebody like asked for me to dress her up. So for the next stream, I made a new outfit, and then I would make the new outfit for every single stream. But it wasn't changeable back then. And then we would think like, oh, would it be cool if we could like change outfits ourselves, or like change it during the stream? And then somebody from this stream helped me out to make a software to make it work. It's alright, Jazz, I just forgot. Sorry. Yeah, and then we made the whole thing, and then as soon as people started doing the outfits themselves, then it went to like dozens, and then now we have more than 100 outfits. That's how it all played out. Is there a story behind the pose? No, really. She's just she's a monk, and I decided to paint her meditating, like a bunch of monk energy floating around. I've actually made a monk recently myself, so I'll see. If I play her a lot in Season 2, I'll do an art of her as well. Parameters are a nice touch. Yeah, definitely. They're like an extension of her hair. That's why I added them in. Not like an extension, but like they're like thematically attached to her. So they're not just completely out of nowhere. Just don't want for it to feel like a big blob behind her. That's why I'm like trying to break up the shape and Been working so much on it. So what, did we decide not to roll for the frog? What's going on? Why did they abandon rolling on the frog? It used to be where if there was a new frog, people would just like roll for it to discover it. Oh, yo, hey there, Rinamon. You're welcome. Thank you for the raid. How did your stream go? What were you up to? Hello, welcome. I'm working on a warcraft character commission. A quick piece today, only 6 hours, so we did 3 hours yesterday and do finish it within 3 hours today. So I have a little bit less than 2 hours on this character. Was drawing so great painting ahead to raid. Thank you for that. What were you drawing? I'm glad to hear your stream went well. Yeah, I'm doing these like quick illustrations on top of like bigger ones. Currently trying to figure out the mist shape here. Hey Templar, is the brush you're using Mark Burnett soft skin brush with increased hardness? It actually is. Yes, you're 100% correct. It is Mark Burnett's brush. And yeah, I just increased the spacing so I can, you know, blend and paint with it. The way he has settings on it is like unusable. At least for painting. I was going on a commission. I think I finished drawing hair and adjusted some colors here and there. Nice. That was great. There, Blossom, you drank water? You mean like today? Yeah, I did, of course. I draw water every single day. Cyan red combination, yeah, it's more like a mint. It is cyan that is closer to green than it is to blue. Love this here a lot. It's like my favorite color pretty much. I have to try to increase the hardness on it too because I love the standard version of it, yeah. I mean, I'm absolutely in love with this brush. I've been painting with this brush alone for like, I don't know, maybe like 3 years, 3.5. Literally with this brush alone, never even switching it. I do kind of go through phases where I try like hard round brush for everything or like a texture brush, but then eventually I always come back to this. It's too good. It's too good for everything to abandon it completely. Because you have a monitor on the phone, looks cyan on my phone but green on my monitor. Really interesting. Yeah, color readability is a pain, definitely. Remember, I tried to adjust my monitors like somehow by hand, and I was still confused by it. Yeah, so I end up just, you know, working off what looks like it looks on my monitor. So I'm actually not sure what is correct, to be honest. I guess correct is whatever people see, like whatever the most people see, right? Like if they're viewing it from the phone, it's like a different version. Maybe their version is correct, even though it wasn't me who painted that. The motor calibrators to just use sRGB mode. I don't even know if it's accurate or not. Yeah. The best suggestion that I've heard about it is that there are just like some devices that are well calibrated but by default, like iPad or like anything like that. Some phones are well calibrated, and then you just like adjust your monitor by your eye, like as close as you can to those devices. And I've done that with an iPad, but like I'm not really sure how like close or far that is. I have zero clue. I remember painting on a laptop, and it was the monitor like was oversaturating all the colors. So kind of like by the way I do art, my art is not that saturated. So I actually ended up like, you know, desaturating them myself, and then the actual thing like on all the other devices, it was literally like almost black and white. So that's, I guess, the worst thing you can have, is you can have your monitor showing two saturated colors, so you'll end up adjusting them normally, and then it will actually look like very, very pale. I guess I'll be wary of that. I don't even know if, like, I wasn't aware that hues are getting affected too. Like, I don't even know how you can work with that. Like, if it shows cyan on your screen, like, what can I even do? That's insane. Yeah, it was such a pain seeing my works on like other devices. Like, I recognize that very, very late. Like whenever I was switching from that laptop, and I just saw like work of like almost half a year was just almost black and white. It was painful to look at. Was wrong in a phone years ago, and I switched to a cheap laptop, and I drew something I posted only to see oversaturated work. Working on it, like drawing on a phone is crazy to me. I never get how people do that. I know that people do, but it's just like, wow, that's wild. I wouldn't be able to. My bare minimum is my comfortable setup with 2 monitors, 27 inches, a drawing tablet, you know, like a second monitor with like a stream or a video playing at the same time. That's the only way I can paint. Hey Vibes. Hey, evening sunshine. How are you doing? That's some fancy lighting indeed. I should change the color to match the painting. Boom. Nice. It doesn't really match. There's more like of a cyan color um rather than mint, but that's the best that we have. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Vibes. Thank you. No, the last that I wanted to draw. That's how you get through it. Yeah, I can admire that. Yeah. I can admire the dedication to paint even on a phone. Laptop is alright, like the small monitor of a laptop. Honestly, like I was first turned off by it, but you get used to it. You can get used to it easily. I was adjusted like within a week whenever I switched from a PC with 2 monitors to laptop. But it's definitely, you can definitely feel it, you know, the downgrade. Oh damn! Wait, I just checked. I just checked the Patreon. So I assume it was um in the chat. Perfect. CC perfect. So I assume that's you, right, on Patreon? Who reached out to me and you subbed for Kid Critique. You can send it in the Kid Critique chat, or even like message me directly as you did. The Q critique chat would be better though, for other people to see too. And then we can do it today or on tomorrow's stream, like whatever works for you better, if you're still here. Damn, another Q critique member. Hey, let's go. We're giving out critiques. That's exciting. Maybe they already left. Maybe should answer them on. Critiques mentioned. Yeah, Rina, recently I started doing the thing where like I have a new Patreon tier that is like 10 a month, and you get critiques for it. Like half an hour paint over once a month, and like some points and critiques for you to improve on. Right, see you, Rina. Have a good one. Background's looking so nice. Thank you, thank you. I'm not sure if this is like flowy enough. It feels like it's a little bit of a big chunk here, you know, like this is like just feels like a little bit of a big blob. That's why I'm trying to like break it out a little bit and add a little bit more like floating shapes. Not really sure if it's doing for me currently. It's challenging though, but it's like a very nice kind of challenge. Like I really enjoy working with shapes like that. Probably my favorite thing to do in art is to do this. And that is actually so reassuring that people are interested in critiques. That's incredible. Hey, man. You're welcome. How much we're just finishing this piece that we started yesterday. So far, looking good. Designing shovel X? How is it going? Shovel X. There were quite a few of these in WoW recently. But some of them were looking more like guarding tools rather than weapons. Not sure what they do in the game. Just like a cosmetic. I've never drawn this hand position, by the way, in my life. It's quite interesting. How are you guys doing with hands? You comfortable with your hand drawings? I feel like hands are definitely something that I'm lacking. If we were to think about hands as like a completely different like art fundamental, I'll definitely say that I'm lacking in those. Hey Mike, you're welcome. Have two hands, no lacking there? Alright. Alright, buddy. When studying in university, in class I was bored and I'm drawing my left hand and on my notebook instead of taking notes for the class. Yo, that's based. I used to draw in school during like math class. So fucking hated studying. But just a little bit, just, you know, a little bit of doodling. Adrian, yo. Tiny hands harder than lining hands, but they're deciding how delicate to make them, usually words start tripping up. That deciding how detailed to make them is usually where it starts tripping up. I would say it's probably the same. I just think that drawing and painting is just like a different media. But like if you understand them well, you'll be able to do both. I mean, it's just super obvious that I don't understand them well enough. We're having a fun evening? I sure do, Mike. Thank you. I hope you do as well. I hope you feel cute today. Honestly, you know what I feel like is like the easiest option. As whenever you're painting a hand, like to merge a couple of fingers. Let's say like these two, you just like merge them, and like that makes it like much easier. Even whenever you render, let's say you apply some light here, you literally just like merge them together, these shapes. That makes it like so much easier. Of course, if you like rendering them to like a super realistic amount, which I very much never do, you have to cut back on the merging for sure. Do the same with hands, yeah. That's a very like nice approach. This time around I have a reference for hands, but it's like an in-game model of a WoW character, so to say that it's a little rough would be an understatement. They're extremely rough, so like I have to paint in a lot of things pretty much. Especially the inner side of the hand is... I feel like you rarely get to paint that, do you? The palm, I guess it's called. I have a hard time rendering hands, the looser they are, the better they look. Yeah. I actually think that hands are like such a weakness that I was considering like heavily addressing that. And the way I would do it is just to make like a couple of paintings where hands are like a focal point, or like really try to make a difference with the way I paint hands. Hey Taken, hey Onion, hello hello. How do you organize your layers? I mean, you can see them on the bottom left corner of the screen. It's pretty much just 4 layers, one for particles, character, this thing, and the background. I guess I can merge this thing with the background, just wanting to have it any other layer for convenience. I pretty much keep as much stuff as I can on the same layer, and just like if I have to paint thing in front of the other, I kind of have them on separate layers, but I try to avoid that as much as I can. It's like very simplistic. Seeing that other tips about paint hands, best way to learn fast. I don't know, I would disagree. His anatomy stuff is super good, I just never found it useful, you know, like I just watched a tutorial, it's nice, it's like very well put together, it's very entertaining, but then I just like, I finish it, I close it up, and I just don't remember a single thing. Like, that's how I work, I don't know. To be honest, I feel like that's how most people work, and I feel like tutorials are not helpful. I don't think I've benefited from a tutorial a single time. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just retarded. That also might be like a thing. I also almost failed from high school, so maybe that's a hint there as well, but like not a single time I was like, oh damn, that's actually helpful, and then I actually go and I apply the thing that they told me to apply, and then it actually worked. That has never happened. I feel like the only way I can learn is just pretty much just to learn by myself. Gives you practical way to make hands and army work as easy as it can be, just practice it. Yeah, but that would be just like practicing hands though, so like, and where does the tutorial stand then? If you're just practicing them, then like, what difference does the tutorial make? Can absorb any information, maybe wait to reapply it same time as watching. To apply at the same time as watching. Yeah, maybe if you took tutorials like more seriously, you know, like a lecture from a class. But then like, let's be honest, we don't draw to take stuff seriously. I'm doing a black and white to color tutorial in Krita, but it was so confusing that I kind of just gave up. Oh yeah, bro. Like, literally, dude, like, fuck coloring black and white. I hate that. There's not much stuff that I hate more than coloring a black and white painting. Maybe just like malls. Malls as of, you know, like the big shops, like big buildings with like many shops in them and many people. That stuff I also hate. Cynics is amazing. Cynics is amazing. Like, he's my favorite art creator on YouTube by a mile. Don't like tutorials either, just watch the people do their thing and getting my own thing out without following exactly what they do. Yeah, I feel like that's the only way to get it right, you know? Like, I don't know how else you can improve. You know, I feel like whenever people do tutorial and they show you the way they do it, it is just like a part of a working mechanism for them. It's like a cog in the machine, and even if you take that cog and put it into your machine, bro, that ain't working. Like, that's not your cog, put it back. So the only way to do it, I guess, is just like to make your own cog. No. Shows you what shapes to simplify anatomy on hands instead of learning all the muscles. He distills it to basic shapes on hand, otherwise you don't know how to practice hands. Yeah, like, that's exactly what I mean. Is that you figure out the shapes yourself, the one that work for you. You can watch it before bed, the way you remember more, and just practice hands the way he explained in your sketchbook. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're literally saying that, no, you should put his cog in yourself. I'm saying that doesn't work for me. If it does for you, that's great. Then you have unlimited knowledge in Cynics' videos alone. You're better off than I am, then. And get your cock out of the machine. Or I relax at Dragontas. Some people are more analytical about how to paint. Analytical. They might like benefit from it more than I do, or they might just misunderstand themselves. That's the thing. You kind of, it's hard to tell, right? Like, if you simplify bones parts into squares and diamonds, it's obviously gonna work better instead of simplifying bony parts into circles. I feel like if you simplify that stuff yourself and come in even to the same conclusion as he did on the video, you'll do better. Instead of like trying to copy what he literally says to you. I think it's the figuring out part that is learning. It's not the doing the act itself, like the you know, painting of the shapes or whatever. For me, tutorials, good ones are amazing. Good then. No, sometimes I watch a tutorial and I go like, oh wow, that is so insightful, that is incredible. It happened with Sinix's tutorials, with some Marco Bucci tutorials, with videos of you know, Kren's like long lectures that are in Chinese and have like only English subtitles. I watch those now, like, and I go like, damn, that is, you know, that's incredible. It's gonna transform the way I paint. And then I go and I just cannot apply that stuff. And then I go back to the square one where I try to figure out stuff for myself, and only then I can apply it. So I just literally don't think that it works. It stacks. The more you simplify and explore and apply knowledge of others, you can learn something by yourself. It's called accumulated knowledge. Wow. What you're saying, you know what I'll say? What you're saying makes sense. Like, it definitely makes sense, and it does sound like you're right, but it doesn't nullify my experience with tutorials. Like, I watched all that stuff that you're talking about, and I wasn't able to benefit from it. So like, where does this stand then? You know, maybe there is a better way to watch those tutorials, better way to practice that information, but like, still though, maybe it's just practice then, and not like practicing with tutorials and like help of others. To me, I feel learning is in art is only about paying attention. Like, if you do the painting and you pay attention on the hands, and you pay attention to you trying to figure out how to paint the hands, then you're gonna get better at those. I don't think any amount of watching tutorials will beat that. Other thing is that if you watch a tutorial and you're super committed to painting hands well, you literally do the same thing, right? You pay more attention to the way you do hands. But I just don't think that the tutorial is the key part there, you know? No watching is doing it, then why is the tutorial have to be there to begin with, you know? In the middle of the settings, he shows you how to simplify complex information that is anatomy and just serves an entry point. Dude, I feel like we're kind of on the same page. We're just like misunderstanding, like I feel like we're saying the same thing, we're just like misunderstanding each other at some point. So if you're going quiet, I'm doing my homework. No worries, Boomy. Like, it just... If you want to point something out in the piece that you want for me to change, then feel free to say so. Best lesson sometimes the one you discover yourself. I think those are like the only lessons, to be honest. Like, literally, I feel like unless I discover stuff myself, it like doesn't sink in. And I'm not sure if that's how everybody works or just me. Like, I'm literally not sure. I'm like 50-50 on that. I have a suspicion that it's like that for everybody, but like people just don't clock that. Not arguing, just want to see you grow more. Bro, what are you, my dad? You want to see me grow more. Actually, something that you mentioned made me think. He's saying he shows you how to simplify information that is anatomy. He shows how to simplify complicated information. I feel like... What if you already know that? It's like maybe after a certain point there is just like not enough, like tutorials just don't do anything for you because you already know that. And even if he does it differently from like what other people do, it doesn't matter that it's better or worse. Like, of course you would simplify hands, like 100%. Like, what else? What else would you be doing there? They're like so complex, it's nuts. Of course the face, and like... So the way I paint the face and the way I like simplify it, and of course I do, I came to it myself. Like, while watching any tutorials. Meanwhile, starting out, I watched so many tutorials, just none of them sink in. Even though I might be doing like the same stuff as other people doing. It's just like coming up to it myself is what made a difference. Much more impactful when you have the realization yourself. Yeah. I'm not saying they're... I guess I am saying that tutorials are useless. There's a stake of gray hair in her that looks like her skin tone. This? Yeah, I kind of made it as a reflected light, I guess. It just... Yeah, it was like a hint of a reflected light that I was going for. It's not like gray, it's like you know, since there is... I don't know, does it bother you? Like, it was definitely there on purpose, even like here you can see. I feel like it looks good, it looks colorful. It's like a reflection of the light that is surrounding here. Watch then that I was just starting out, the foundation basics, the keys that I was also drawing every day, 3 pages of sketchbook to apply what I learned, and it definitely shows. Yeah, but like, how do you distill what is the improvement that is because of your daily practice and what is because of the tutorial? So let's say in a hypothetical world, where you never saw the tutorial, but you still drew like the same amount, do you think the improvement would be less? I think it would be the same. Like if, let's say, without that hand tutorial, you were still painting hands, drawing hands, and like trying to distill how they work and how to simplify them and like finding your own approach. Do you think you would improve less? Like that's what I'm trying to get at. To be honest, I don't think there is a way we can actually find out. I don't think it's possible. Like I don't think there's even a way to study that. And I'm not shitting on the content too, by the way. Like I find those, if anything, those are incredibly entertaining and motivating, especially like Phoenix's videos. Dude, I like can say grew up as an artist like watching Phoenix. I pretty much didn't start on line art ever because I saw how he paints and it just like captured my attention so much. I was like, oh yeah, I want to paint like that. That's why I never even did line art in my art career at all. So those are incredible. I just don't know if they're like good for improvement though. Your hands before I watched info from Phoenix tutorial on hands and you zero about muscle in the hand and were under the angles, muscle showed. After I watched perfect, I improved. Alright. I mean, it would be hard to deny that. That sounded like it was helpful. Alright, then, do you think that watching more would get you better? Do you think that watching another hand tutorial would make you even better? Maybe it is about like getting the initial, like the starting point information, which there are, you know, like there's not that much of it, and then going on your own. Or do you think watching more would improve you? New artists draw with using same color to fill in things or with muddy shading. And what is it about it? Did we hate them for it? They don't learn about how it can be better, they would never improve. I think like to know how it can be better, it's enough to like see another painting, like any other painting. So I'm not saying like don't look anywhere. I'm saying that tutorials are kind of, you know, tutorials are not the right media for it. Which, by the way, I'm saying that I 100% plan on making my own tutorials. Like 1000% I'll make my own tutorials while believing that they're no good way to improve. And I'll make exactly the ones that I don't watch myself. Just because I want to do them. There are deeper info, and there are basics. Info makes it easier to nail down the foundation for starting artists. Seeing tutorials. Yeah, I guess you're right, and I wouldn't even call his like tutorials are the foundation for starting artists. I actually think that Phoenix's content is, you know, quite in depth, and it's like harder to follow as a starting out artist. And I'm saying that because I've been there. I was literally like, you know, 2 weeks into drawing, watching Phoenix's tutorial and be like, holy shit, dude, what's going on? Like that was difficult to follow. And I think by that time he had all the how to paint, like how to draw as a sculptor, how to paint as a whatever, like, you know, for beginners. And I still wasn't able to grasp that. Watching yet another hand tutorial usually won't give you much. Yeah, I feel like the barrier is very, very low though. Like, you very quickly get to a point where every tutorial becomes yet another hand tutorial. So I feel like you very quickly reached a level where all the tutorials become obsolete for you. Hey Nicole, you're welcome. Learning faster than as I'm doing what I'm learning. If I learn something and not practicing, I'll forget it. Oh yeah, for sure. Especially like something like art. I don't even know. Have you guys had an experience of like taking a break, an extensive break from drawing? Like I'll be talking like months and more. Do you quickly lose the grasp on like how to hold the pen, or like how does it happen? I've never not painted more than one day, and even that has happened like maybe twice in these like almost 5 years. So I don't know, but I actually wonder how it feels. Your body definitely forgets skills if you don't practice them. Like I know that from sports. I just wonder where painting stays there. Kind of feel like I kind of feel like if you don't paint, you probably like it's very slow where you lose your skills. Like I don't know, maybe you have to go decades without drawing to like not be able to paint. That probably has to be a very, very long time. What do you think? I guess it also depends on the skill, right? Because like once you learn how to ride a bike, you'll always be able to do so. But like some stuff like Olympic weightlifting, you know, people who do it professionally, they literally train twice a day just not to forget the technique. Twice a day, dude. That's nuts. Never took such a long break, and then I was supposed to take a week free, another city, about a sketchbook. Yeah, actually, that's a good point, right? Like, I guess you wouldn't, if you want to draw, like you'll find a way, because it's so accessible everywhere. A long break because of some RL matters. Once I turned into art, it felt like a lot of my skills were very rusty. It took me a while to get back on the pace I was at before. Oh damn! Now, how long was that break? Like we're talking years or like half a year? More practice the better, but from who I know, you don't lose your art skills, just don't improve them. Hmm. So you think you don't lose your skills ever? Oh man, do you think you can get worse at, you know, painting while you're painting? So by like changing the and we always change the way we do art. I believe like every single painting, it's kind of like you get some new mutations in your process every time. Do you feel like you can get worse? I sort of suspect that you can, to be honest, from like just my own observing my own art over time. Half a year. So you felt rusty after that. Never lose a skill, but they can become rusty, as when we said. So you just need a few days, hours, a week to oil it up. Oil it up. I like that. I mean, yeah, especially like some technical stuff would be like, you know, like drawing, like painting faster and like sketching out things from imagination. I believe you would be kind of rusty on. Someone in Discord vocal Monka stuff. That's slower. That's the Hearthstone artist. You can sneak him to get some exposure in the industry. Learning by yourself, you can adopt many bad habits that impede your skills growth. Probably many artists are suffering from. Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't even... Yeah, I wouldn't even attempt to deny that. That sounds like it's a real thing. You must have a lot of muscle memory, but I can believe you'll need to relearn some things again to get the same level again. Also, like, after breaks I improved more. It's weird, but it makes sense since your visual eye never stops working. It probably can stop working. Like, if you just... I feel like if you decide to, like, stop doing art forever, and you just literally forget about it, then I feel like it will stop working. If you just completely, like, even mentally abandon the, you know, arting idea. Which, God bless the people who do that. There are benefits of being a self-learner. I feel like you're a self-learner no matter what. I don't think you can be not a self-learner. Like, you can be a self-learner with a help, but with like a mentor or something, but you cannot be not a self-learner, I believe. Other than fine arts academies, I guess. Those places produce robots. Those are not self-learners. I need to pee. I'll be right back. I need to show you the time lapse. Where is it? There you go. Alright, I'll be right back. Right, almost here. You didn't watch that much of the process. You can see how much it has changed from the. I guess the initial actually was pretty good, and you can see how I've changed it into much more complicated piece. Right. Yeah, I guess like making this would have been so much easier. Yeah, that's life. Sometimes life gets harder. Or I guess we make it harder for ourselves. The changes you make for the surrounding. Thank you. I did make it harder on myself though. Definitely. But it doesn't mean the piece will be worse. It just means the process is kind of more difficult, that's all. If you know, thank you. Art environment, in my room, or the in the piece environment. Need to not forget the fire shapes as well. To get them more involved. Cinders. Been watching too many tutorials and it made me difficult for myself to find motivation to draw. 10 layers of anime hairs. 10 layers of anime hair. By the way, Kat, I'll be moving to the critique for your piece in like half an hour. Before I start, do you have anything specific that you want to get critique on? That is something that I always ask. Like, do you have any specifics that you like struggled with, or that you're looking to improve? I'll give my general thoughts on the piece as well, but like, just if anything you have. Usually it would be like very beneficial for you if you have like one thing that is like really sticks out to you. First thing I struggled with was soft shading, otherwise color and lighting in general. Soft shading. This does look pretty soft. Otherwise color and light. Got you. Understood. It does look like all like lighting and, you know, soft shading does look on point. Should I give a low saturation out of fear? Or I got you. I guess I can give you some advice on how to sprinkle in some more saturated colors. Alright, so like 30 minutes and we start. Soft brush and multiply layers at time for soft shadows. Got you. I honestly don't know if you should have, like, if you just rely on soft shadows. I would say in my pieces I have pretty harsh edges on light and shadow. I mean, it depends on the surface, right? If it's how it's turning, but as much as I can resort to like like stronger edges on those. I don't understand colors. I have attempted to study them a long time, but each time it looks really bad and demotivates me. Oh no. I would say keep it desaturated first, and then like add saturation at like only certain points. And also like use colors that work together. So like I would say in general just like split complementary color schemes. That means it's like pick colors that are opposite on the color wheel, but like not exactly opposite, but like a little bit shifted. So let's say if you take like this mint color here, like totally the opposite would be like, you know, this pink. But don't do that, like shift it a little bit. So either like pick this like orangey or like to the other side, like more purple. Let's like split complementary is this. Complementary would be this. I like split complementary more. And in general, I also do less saturated shadows in light. So I guess like as some general tips. Colored ambitic, I know that it's like ambience, but like ambietic. Pieces amazes me. Well, physically hurts me when I try to draw. Yeah, it's tough, like especially first starting out on colors. Maybe you know what? Like pieces like that usually have very certain light in them in general as well. So maybe it's not colors that you're struggling with, but like rather values. So maybe you have to take a look into that. And to test it, maybe try to do like a good piece in black and white. Maybe without even attempting to color, but like can you do like a good piece in black and white? And if so, and it's just like the colors that you're struggling with, then yeah, you'll have to work on them independently. Stuff studying grayscale for the past 2 months now? Oh damn. Yeah, that's tough. Working in grayscale is kind of like, it's easy and fun, but it's kind of, it feels like it's missing something, right? Like it's definitely so limiting if you're not doing colors. I was so tempted to just like add some colors in. Instead of painting called glazing, which is making a black and white piece and then giving it color. Was it called glazing? Actually, I thought it was just called coloring your black and white piece. But yeah, it's a pain though. Like it's a nice process to like get you get a good grip on values, but it is so painful, at least to me. Like I hate coloring black and white. It is just such a pain. Every time it is so daunting. Like it messes up your values too, so the thing that you were working on at first kind of like loses the point, and it has its downsides. It's also harder to like end up with good colors if you start like that too. At least it is for me. Tutorial suggests doing shading first and flat colors on top. Actually, that's a good call. Yeah, I do remember that, hearing that a lot. Doesn't Mark Brunette suggest that? Oh, Mark. He came to Mr. Mark again. Yeah, doesn't he suggest that as well? Yeah, that sounds awful, by the way. He does? Oh my god, Mark, please don't. That is exactly what I was saying about the tutorials, by the way. Just like picking apart somebody's, not picking apart, but like stealing something from someone else's approach and then trying to apply it to yourself. That's, I think, that's a recipe for disaster. That's not the way to do it. Like, at looking at the piece that you submitted for feedback, I already have 3 points for you. 3 points that I'm gonna bring up that will help to improve that piece for you. Can't wait. Colors look dull and universally because of the method. Always remember they have layer effects on digital art. Duplicate layers to make things more saturated. Yeah. The problem is if you made your colors dull, there is a good chance that you don't know how to fix that though. And you'll go around with like layer styles and, you know, go wild on like saturation, but you'll make them either worse or like not better. Just bring some orange in there. Just to feel a little bit more cute. Just for extra cuteness. Maybe even in the green. I'm thinking more in the green. Does it make us feel cuter? We love some extra cuteness. Yeah, we cannot leave without that. That's mandatory in our art. Bye bye. Bye, Magic Boo. Have a good night, friend. Going to bed at 10:30, that's a good schedule. Keep it up. And then Shin comes to take the shift. Hello, Shin. Final colored piece looks really unfinished. I think it has something to do with lighting and my edges. Very well might be. Yeah. What are the kind of pieces that you're focusing on? Be sure not to take anything too ambitious at first. Just like have a character on an abstract background. Maybe more of a close-up, like half body. You know, like kind of start slow and then like venture into more stuff. I have a student now who I'm mentoring, and he has done some like extremely ambitious pieces. We're talking like 15 characters. And like with the main character too, with lighting, color, everything. It's like, yeah, you gotta slow down first. You gotta start simple and, you know, no overwhelm ourselves at first. Most sketches just line art without any coloring on. And then yeah, then like first diving into it will be a little bit too much. Just like keep at it and like don't lose motivation. That's the main goal if you're only getting into coloring. So study simple, no background, turn out a commission of 6 characters. What? How does that happen? Commission with 6 characters. Alright, that's something. Discord is banned in my country. Discord's banned in your country? Where do you live? I know that Discord's banned in Russia. I don't think it's even banned, it's like they're slowing it down. Where do you live that it's banned? Wow. Maybe it is banned in Russia, I don't even know. Too lazy to install a VPN. Wow. You probably should, because, you know, what's the next thing they're gonna ban? You have to use a weird code thing and VPN to use Discord. Turkey, oh yeah, that makes sense actually. They don't have PayPal in Turkey too. They also banned Roblox? Oh no! Riot. Go out on the streets. We've had enough. Discord's one thing, but taking our Roblox? Monsters. Holy shit. Tyrants. My sister goes mad. Oh no. Not the sister. They're aiming for the youngsters. Banning Roblox. God bless. What's the status of Minecraft? Oh no. Don't they dare. Is it Kiri? No, not Kiri. It would be fun to mentor Kiri, actually. It's sad that she retired from doing art. Attempted to get a commission for half a year and retired. Government just cares for the elder revolts and political state of the Turkey is very tragic and chimeric right now. I mean, it's a dictatorship, isn't it? Just like another one, the normal dictatorship that holds upon like propaganda and brainwashing of elderly people, like older generation. I like to share my art, mostly keep it to myself. Oh, nice. I mean, not nice. I mean, that's respectable if you don't want to share it. I feel like there is always value in sharing it, but if you never intend to, like, you know, do commissions and stuff like that, I guess it doesn't make sense. I would say it is really like motivating to share it in like smaller communities. So if you don't like just posting it on, you know, socials, like have it in Discord with somebody, or like in mainly, yeah, just like some art dedicated Discords are so chill and nice to post your art in. And you can just randomly get a commission from nowhere as well, even if you kind of don't do them. It's actually such a welcoming environment if you're like, you know, just doing art for yourself, having fun, feeling cute, and then somebody who you already know from the Discord because you've interacted with them many times, just reach out and be like, hey, I have a couple of doubloons painting my dog, you know, and then you don't feel like the pressure because you already know the guy. And you also feel bad for them because their dog just, you know, just got ran over by a car, by a truck. And he like sends you over the dog references, and it's a very emotional moment, and the truck references too, everything. You know, so think about the things that you're missing out by not sharing your art. Just mostly the studies? Oh, got you. Also, most art discourse have feedback channels, so if you can take advantage of that, but it's like a double-edged sword, because like, you know, you don't know who will be critiquing there. If you were banned from digital art, what would you do instead? Tattoos, probably. Know how to react to what I heard. I mean, it's a real story. Spend all my funds for college. Oh, what you're studying for? Computer science. Oh damn, so that's like building computers and everything. So like putting the GPU into place, and I know how to do that. My first computer I've built myself. It was incredible. It's cool that you're doing art on the side. Usually people who are into computers and that tech stuff usually not that artistic. You probably stand out a lot from the crowd there. Math, learning languages, not really talented at anything. Wait, what do you? How do you know? How do you know if you're not talented in anything? You like learning languages. Who the hell likes that? That's already talent. I hate learning languages. I've been in Georgia for more than 2 years now, and I know how to say like 3 words. That's how I want to be learning languages. I have money to build a PC, but one day I will. I mean, building your own is like potentially cheaper than buying a pre-built one. I don't know if it is nowadays, but it used to be whenever I built my first one. How to get by? English and Russian. Like, you literally need 0 Georgian to get by in Georgia. I also now have a Georgian girlfriend, so if anything, she's just speaking for both of us. That never happens, by the way. Like, literally, there is 0 need in that. Even with that, right, like, it's a perfect opportunity for me to learn the language, because I have a native speaker, like, literally next to me in the bed, and I don't want to be learning. Like, I just do not want to. If you like the orange, you literally cannot see it. I'll just keep it in. Have you tried learning it for a reason? I'm learning German for college right now. It's really fun. I mean, I tried to learn it. You know, like, I did try to learn it. I was like, oh, let's see how those letters look. A. And it's like, let's see how, you know, how you can say those words. I mean, to get by in this country would be nice, but I guess there is really not much reason to do so, because if it wasn't that easy with, like, the 2 languages that I do know, it would have been easier. Like, it would have been easier to motivate myself to learn it, I guess. Same nowadays. I know in the past you were able to build a beast PC in the same money of a regular one if you order the parts and build it by yourself. Yeah. You know, whenever I was building my first one, I was very limited in funds. And what I actually ended up doing is just overspending on some parts and, like, compensating it on the others and doing it the wrong way. So I pretty much, how you're supposed to do it is to buy, like, the best GPU and CPU as you can for, like, most of your money, and then save up on the, you know, other bullshit like motherboard and, you know, other stuff, and the you just get the bare minimum what you need for CPU and GPU. But what I did was the opposite. I got but like good motherboard, but good the fucking the energy block, I don't know how it's called. This power supply thingy, and I bought the, like, I think 1050 GPU on there. Yeah, that was tragic. Looking at this artwork, there is a big change compared to the first one. Read of me, the colors are more eye-pleasing and harmonious. Boomy, I would say the biggest change is just this scale. So, like, this is pretty much like a full body with a background, and the rendering is way better. Colors you mentioned, and if you take a look at the first one, this is like a close-up, pretty much no background. Like, rendering is worse, and, like, yeah, there is, like, just so much less to this piece than what there is to the new one. This is kind of like the thing that I'm most proud of. And of course, not saying that this piece is perfect. Like, it could have been, you know, could potentially be much better. But, like, in the same time, actually, even in less amount of time, it's just the sheer amount that I can do, that I can get in, is so much better and so much more promising. Perspective is very nice. I'm glad you like it. It's very reassuring that you like the perspective. At the moment, I don't have a job, so that's why I can afford the new PC, but the PC I have right now can do what I need, so I'm okay for now. Yeah, I don't think you, like, need to overdo it with PC, especially for drawing. It's very, it doesn't really ask for a lot. Drawing is not that not that tasking on PC. It's not. You need a little more RAM. Like I would have wanted to have 32 RAM as well. $32 RAM seems a bit overkill for me. No, like it is. If you saw how much Photoshop takes up from time to time, you wouldn't think that. You wouldn't think that. That bad boy eats up RAM like it's cereal for breakfast. Yeah, I would also like to upgrade my PC. But not in the foreseeable future. At least not before I do the huge, you know? The huge, the Keystone Pusher huge for the upcoming season. I'm thinking... yeah, I really actually need your guys' advice on the tag price. On the price tag. Because I'm thinking like 200 for a huge. And... it does sound like nice to me. Like, it's not that much, but it's also like not little. And I would feel very justified for its price. I'm just afraid maybe it's a bit too much, just like a slightly bit. But yeah, like, imagine if just like 10 people shows up for that huge, that would be nuts. I would do as many as I need. What if there would be 30? 30 people for a new huge commission. 30 M plus pushers. And then I would just no sleep motor and doing all of these pieces before the season starts. Pay a lot on big purchases, they'll last 7+ years and run good games. I don't think you need that massive with PC. Like, mine is like 1K though. Like, mine is not that big. Not that expensive. You get for $2,000 you can get like such a good boy that will run you for, yeah, I guess next 7 years. To learn, I will also consider 32 gig RAM for my next PC then. Yeah, like those art programs, like RAM is like their main thing that they run on. They run on. Sometimes I would open my like task manager, I think it's called, wherever it shows you all the processes, and it shows like literally Photoshop is taking up like 16 gigs of RAM out of like 16 and like what 16 like 400 that you have. 16 are taken up by Photoshop. At that point, your system is running on like prayers. So yeah, I don't really... And also RAM is not that expensive either, like especially if you're building it yourself. I think getting 32 is like very affordable. Oh god, that must be a joke. Do you guys remember how yesterday I planned on like streaming a little bit longer and telling my girlfriend to make a dinner for me, and then she went to the bathroom for like an hour? Guess where she's right now? Just plan on telling her to start making dinner, and guess where she's hiding? That must be on purpose, right? That cannot be an accident. Wow. I don't know if you talk about this subject, what do you think about AI usage in the industry? I don't know. To be honest, I don't really know much about the industry and like, you know, what's going on in there. I don't really mind talking about it. I think it's kind of prohibited now, or at least, you know, every time whenever a company is caught using that, it's like a huge backlash on social media, and they catching slack for it. So I don't know how much people use it in the industry. I believe probably the only thing where it would be used for is in the industry. Second time can be accident. Sounds like a keeper. Keeper of what? Oh, she's out. Okay, I'll be right back. Right. Dinner has been ordered. I don't mind people using AI, I just don't like why they claim it's art and they made by themselves. It's rare where people do that, I find. At least I've never really seen accidents of that. In the industry, I think people will eat them alive if they like see that. Yeah, but it's kind of disturbing, but it's life, you know. It's what we have to live with. In Turkey, at least, there's a lot of AI in artworks, color books, card games. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, like, outside of online, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's picked up by everything. All the normies, like, anything that is, like, um, distant from art, you know, you'll see it everywhere. 100%. 100%. You know, where was, like, a very outrageous example of, like, AI usage recently that I saw? On the street where I live, there is a new tattoo shop that has opened up, and on the banner they have like the tattoo machine and like some spinny things, some like stars, circles there, and guess what it's made by? Fucking AI generated. Just imagine like trying to promote your tattoo studio, a tattoo shop that is like, you know, an art place pretty much, with AI, dude. That is like holy shit. That's like trying to sell meat and like having dog food for your promotion. Imagine getting an AI tattoo, yeah. Oh shit. You can use AI if it's something you trained with your own art. I mean, that's literally impossible though. Like AI like is trained like as a basis, it's trained on other artworks. It was trained on the whole internet. So like even if you adjust it towards your own art, it was trained upon everybody's art. As far as I know, you know, limited knowledge that I have of it, because I don't really care that much researching it. AI self-defeating its nature when it comes to art. I'm more worried about non-art people being content with it. Worried about non-art people being content with it. Yeah, I think it's destined to happen. I think normies are they wouldn't even like be able to separate the two. I think that's just a reality. I remember my dad called me and was like, "Hey, have you seen the AI stuff? Yeah, you gotta adapt. You gotta learn. You gotta keep on top of the game. You gotta learn the AI too." I'm like, "Shut up! I'll hang up the call. Don't fucking tell me anything what to do, please." Hey, Urged. Hey, thank you for the sub. Ad worked as intended. Let's go. Thank you for the prime, buddy. Hey, buddy. Thank you, man. Damaged spot on the arm doing. It's still there. Can I show you? Like, can I reach to it? I think I can. No, I cannot. My arms are too big. No, I can. It's still fucked, but it's healing. I have like Wolverine healing abilities with it. You see? It's there. Holy shit, did you hear that? Firework outside of my window. Wow. Sorry, it's too loud, I guess. Why? Why fireworks now? It's literally like maybe 100 meters from my window. It's so close. Why? What's the day is it today? What are you guys celebrating? Welcome use AI for their tablet covers in the post, but images are probably used by artists. Oh, they got shit for it though. They got crucified for it. What the fuck? Did you not see it? Sorry then. Like it's just like it's healing, okay? It's healing. It will have like a bald spot there. But thank you for asking, Others. You're very concerned about health of my black work. I appreciate that, bro. It's actually very nice whenever, you know, you come on stream and you ask me like if my hand's doing well, like how's black work, and you know about that stuff. It actually is very nice. I appreciate that. You make me feel cute. Love tattoo stuff. Weren't you going to get yours as well? Also, you were mentioning like a whole neck blackout, no? Music went well with the speech. All of them are reached so far? Oh wait, so you actually started on the full like blackout? And you started on the wrist. How much? Like just like the wrist, or like how much of it? I guess I have like good pictures of the black work being fucked up and healing. I can show them. I can like send them in Discord if you want to. Oh yeah, it looks fucking horrific there. The whole arm looks messed up. I guess I'll just send you now. Give me a second, Sunshines. Cap, by the way, we're about to start. Almost done with the piece. There you go. What if the tattoo getting ruined if you get a cut over it inside she takes it? Yeah, you'll get a scar, and it will be like pretty much like a white spot there. Like for me, since it's black work, you know, it's whatever. You just go another round and they correct it, and it's gonna be black no matter what, right? Normal tutorial is gonna get black work done this summer. At least that's the plan. Oh, nice. So how much? Like how big is that gonna be? Also the summer, yeah. Like if it's very I guess it's not that big of a concern. People told me that it's like, oh, it's bad to get tattoos in the summer. I was getting tattoos all the summers, and it doesn't really totally alright. Few months I'll be tattoo canvas and tattoo convention. Oh damn. Tattoo canvas, that sounds fun. Until the process starts. Both forearms. Holy shit, dude, let's go. It'll be dangerous to paint over a scar. No, not really. It's just like pretty much healed, like patched up skin. Like it wouldn't be any dangerous. It is from as much as I know. Both forearms. Let's go, brother. Forearms are easy. Like it gets harder elbow and above. So forearms you'll get it done first super fast and second like super painless. Right. I think we're done here. Very nice piece for 6 hours. Incredible, Boomy, I hope you like it. Yeah, I'm definitely making a video out of it. Like just comparing this one and this that I did a year ago. This was 7 hours, by the way. Nowadays, quick commissions are 6 hours. And I think I made so much fucking more. Wow. Type loaded way more than before. Very, very nice, Boomy. I'm very glad you like it. Let me save this. Can't wait to start continue working on this tomorrow, by the way. My drug fear, huge. That's gonna be incredible. Also, you know, the piece that I finished, I guess I can show it to you. This one. I did finish it this morning, finally. Dang. How do you guys like this? That's a full artwork. It's a redraw or commission or both. It's just another commission of the same character, so it is like a historical redraw, but pretty much a new commission. Yeah, and also I have this piece going on, which I'll kind of put aside for a while before I finish the huge. But it's also the same drug fear, same outfit, just like in the dragon form and with some flames and shit. Hair on a rare eye one. This? Yeah, the hair was like probably 50% of the piece, by the way. I redrew it so many times. Actually. Let's see. Yeah, we had thumbnails. How long is the 40 minutes? Oh, okay, that must have been very long. So we started with thumbnails, and I started this. Then I completed. Look how much I've changed the composition. So from the thumbnail into this, into then this, into then messing around, and then only arriving into this like final thing after like a couple of days of iterations. And then it just rendering. But it was like as soon as I arrived at this point, where it was this, I was like, okay, here we go. This is gonna look nice. And that's how it went. Setting up the piece. Wings are cool. Yeah, wings are like gonna be a big part of that piece for sure. Fetching an orc from muscle practice, but it takes forever to look nice and not super stiff. Yeah, orcs are... that's a great choice. I had an opportunity to paint like 3 orcs in a row recently, that was so nice. Alright, Boomy, I'll send you the full resolution of the file after the stream, alright? Alright, so it is time, Cat. I hope you're ready. I hope everybody's ready for cute critique session. Ooh, let's go. Ooh. Yay. Cute critique, let's go. Woohoo. Mina, you ready? Let's go. Alright, Cat. Casual rating on FF, but ready. That's what rating on Final Fantasy is all about. Alright, so I was asked to comment on colors and light. First that I'm going to comment on is it looks like a very close to the game. Like the face, actually the color is like literally 1-to-1 to how in-game models look. You've done good job on lighting. It's very like winter lighting, you know how it's like super dispersed light, yet like somewhat bright and somewhat dark. Colors are... you definitely didn't ruin anything with colors. So colors are nice and realistic, and it looks actually like a screenshot from Final Fantasy. It looks very like believable. A couple of things. You don't really have any worms in the piece, so you don't have any warm hues, so it piece doesn't really shine and doesn't scream good colors because of it. So we'll have to figure out a way to get those in. Also, first thing that I noticed is that the composition is a little awkward. Usually you would want to avoid square canvases. So what I thought, maybe we do more vertical, you know, more vertical. But I don't really feel like cutting up the axe, and also like it would be fine to cut out the weapon, but just like the movement in the arms wouldn't allow for it, because like they kind of already create some horizontal movement. So what we're gonna do instead is to make the piece a little bit more horizontal. We might even cut out a little bit of the hair. Actually, let's see if that works. Usually, like, people are afraid of cutting like a head or something like that, but I'm not afraid of it because it makes for like more dynamic scene. You know, think of some like movie scene, and you just fill in the rest very fast, right? You actually might even want to move this a little to the side. This awesome hoodie. This is Cat from YouTube. Looks very desaturated. Yes, so we're gonna touch on that. Time to get educated. Let's go. So we need to figure out a way to get some warm colors in. And usually, since we start with already, her outfit is pretty much white, which is already kind of cold. The weapon is cold. So what do? Where are we left? We left at the light source. And I guess it's a winter environment, but you know, maybe there's a torch or something. Like I'll kind of, for a big campfire, maybe a torch really. I was just thinking of putting down a top-down light, but I wonder if that will make any sense. Maybe like a campfire. I'll just follow the lighting that you have already. What what I also want to do, you mentioned there is some kind of soft shading. I feel like I don't know why you would necessarily want your shadows to like be soft. I'm more of a fan of like kind of harder shapes when it comes to lighting. I need to look up what you're saying. Reference, I did use your brush for this, so it checks out right. Idea was lighting coming up from the top and top right. Top right. It looked like it was more of top left since it's hitting like here. I'll just follow with what you have. I think it will also probably be more like this. I see also some light coming from the weapon as well, which we'll also touch upon. It would be really, I guess, in this case, it would be really good if the light somehow hit her chin or something like that, but I don't think we have that opportunity due to the shape of the head. So you suggest a bigger weapon bouncing light too? Yeah, but we will touch upon that a bit later. First of all, we gotta get some warm colors into this piece, because it's like currently almost in monochrome. It doesn't like it still looks pretty good like that, to be honest. Like it works like a monochrome piece, but if you want some, you mentioned that you wanted to work on your colors. Usually keeping warm and cool colors in the piece is like a key component of that. At least that's kind of like a checklist of the things that I do for myself. When it comes to highlighting her face, I guess we can have reflected light from the surfaces that are hit by you know, the main light source. It's gonna be a little bit of that, you know, in some pieces they do this. Also, I would say some of your shadows are kind of inconsistent. It's like but yeah, as I'm shading this, I guess another super key component is just shapes. So you have very good like movement with the axe here. I really like that. However, the shape of the head is a little bit, it's a little bit letting it down here. Just I actually struggle with this head a lot. My hats like this a lot myself. But we kind of we want for the shape to also be like pointy and like very alive and dynamic. It's actually well, yeah, advice from a stream, make it desaturate and cool at start, but then stop at that. No, you did very well. By the way, like, exactly what I meant by my advice, you did extremely well. Because your piece looks good. Like, it does look good even without the warm colors. It's just, if you want to take it one step further, that's how you add it. And that's, like, what you do about it. But I wouldn't, like, look at your piece and say, oh, your colors have ruined your piece. No, not by the slightest. So that's already super good that you can arrive at like pleasing looking piece, you know, with colors that look believable. This hats like this are kind of definitely challenging to paint. . 。  . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . 。 . . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 .
。 . 。
What we'll be looking here for is like some like angularity, if that's a word even. Something just angles in the shape. Hey, how? It's really awesome who did this. Cat did this. Maybe even a triangle or something. Like maybe you want some dynamic shape out of this. Oh, they need a lot on the hair there. The structure of the face a little bit too, if her neck you just kind of cut down a little bit there. So same as for the head, this is like a pretty bad example of the good shape for the head, to be honest. Not really give me a good example here. I'm thinking, what if the light that is hitting from her from top would kind of also make this little shine on the weapon. So we just kind of point more attention towards her face. So another thing, like coming to speaking about the shapes, it also goes for everything. So for example, the cape and the tail are like extremely good things to like play around with shapes with. So like what I would usually go for is like the cape, kind of like, you know, fiddling around, going into the background or something. Like capes can make it or break the art. For sure, like capes can be incredible for you to like express your shape language. And tails as well, like they can follow any form. So placement's weird now. You think so? What is this? What's this music? Lex. Right, we'll come back to the head if we have time. Just trying to kind of show more examples on the other stuff as well. So I had one point being the composition, shapes, and the light. Was fitting solemn lighting on the piece like a snowy lighting. I agree, but I'm just like agree. I completely agree. That's what I mentioned. I'm just trying to make an example of what can be done as something to bring in warm light in the piece, just to make for extra like extra good color. more sharper shape, something I can agree. No, no, okay. Yeah, that's good. Oh, the song. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I read a word, I don't know what it means, and then I just like kind of make it up by the context. And as you can see, it doesn't really always work right. Also, I also like doing this. I guess when it comes to colors, it's that's what I kind of like doing. You don't have to do it, but it's darkening the layer with like opposite hue, and even if it's like cold hue as like cyan here, it still looks kind of warm with this light hitting it. I just don't like that bright kind of shine to it. That's all. Also, I've noticed you have very dark like ambient occlusion. I would probably try to make it just notice dark. I usually try to keep my darkest things like maybe 10 brightness, and this is like 14. So you can see how many things it merges right away, because you have so many things that are closer to black. That be correct? Your head's definitely sitting weirdly. I can also comment on like the anatomy of the face. I just don't know how much you would need that kind of commentary. Because, you know, usually I try to stay away from doing that. It's something that people naturally just like correct and get better over time, unlike the other stuff that is like, you know, oh, shapes. Who would think of like doing better shapes? Or like, you know, stuff like with the colors and everything. But I can also comment on that if you would want for me to, Kat. Definitely when it comes to like making the piece more dynamic, pose would also work better. Like for example, even her giving her like one leg back and like having her step forward with another leg would be nice. And also just like more dramatic shifts in the anatomy, for example, in the hip here. We have the butt coming on here. This is a bit too round, but I didn't dare to change it further, not to ruin it. So what do you think? Will it be beneficial for me to say something about the face, or do we leave it? I can comment some, but it's just like you probably like by just revisiting this piece would know where you messed up. Yeah? Alright. Maybe I'll kind of continue on colors for now and then get back to it. Or on shapes. By the way, good work on the like perspectives here seems like pretty good and like pretty consistent on everything. Also didn't mention, but like super good job on placement on the axe and her like hand gesture and everything. Like I kind of struggle with that myself, and it looks very nice. Blue room light. Hitting for the scene, actually, we can make it even... Let's make it cooler. Bang. Or this? No. This. Bang. Very fitting for the piece. I try to complement my art with the light in my room. Background was easy since it was dark and foggy. Yeah, I would probably throw in like a little bit more of like the definition of the environment, and maybe like some like mountains that would like kind of point towards the character. That would also work nicely, you know, stuff like that, or kind of like contribute to the movement there. Alright, so when it comes to the weapon, I like the way it looks. We can make it look even better though. So what I really like to do with shiny things is to first make them darker. Let me show you what I mean by that. Might not make sense so far. So first you'll make it kind of the whole thing darker, and then you'll be like revealing the glow that comes from it. You can even have like reflections on this darkness. That's pretty much what I did with the hair on the piece that I just finished, by the way. So here we have like a reflection from the sky or something to make it more beady. However, here we'll actually make it very, very like shiny. Not even shiny. It will look like it's glowing from the inside, you know, that kind of a thing. I don't know. Does that quick demonstration make sense? You see how it's like overall way darker, but it just looks shiny. Like it just looks kind of like it's shining more. Hold on. Confused how make it darker works. Okay, maybe I'll show it again on this crystal, right? Because it's gonna be like smaller scale. So usually whatever is closer to you, you get it like darker. Because I'm thinking like how you render crystals or like even water. So like because the light that is hitting on it will shine through it. So like if the light's coming from here, it will leave a highlight, but then it will shine through the thing. It will shine through the surface. So that's kind of like what I did with the weapon. It's like it's not exactly how it should work on the weapon, but it sure as hell makes for a cool look, you know. And that's what we kind of want to go for. So make it dark, make it shine from like the other side or wherever the light, you know, will kind of shine through onto, and then like make it highlight. You can make it darker here, and then the highlight here. So a little bit like this, you know. Darkening the bulk to make the edges shinier. It is, yeah, the edges, you can play around where it really shines. And also what it really lacks, like the, what also lacks is just a little bit of like definition here. So like if you have light coming from here, obviously, right, like this area would be like leaden, and like this area would be like darker. It's a lot of repetitive stuff, just like rendering metal, but it's like it really pays off. Like if you actually don't mind going over all the thing here, and just like applying the light where it like light and shadow, it really pays off. Trust me, like metal rendering, oh, people love it. Right, and you just do it for the whole thing. Might even not be like necessarily correct all the time, but it just like it really works out. Like I can show one piece that was, you know, could be commissioned, but it was pretty much about rendering metal. An axe. Okay, I can show you. Where was it? A while ago. Where was that bad boy? Looking. Yeah, look at this. Just like all those shapes, you render through all of them, and bro, like it really pays off. And not only you can get, let's say, here this is like facing away from light, this source, right? But there will still be some light, right? For example, even coming from this, if you can still make this like reflected light in, and chef keys, they're gonna look incredible if you do that, right? And then the things that are turning are kind of less, and then here it can reflect the sky or like whatever ambient that is around here, right? It's just gonna, you know, pay off so much if you do that. By the way, the same with this crystal as well. Let's just darken this bad boy, and then reveal a little bit on the bottom. Holy! Now this bad boy is shining, right? Even though it's so much brighter here, but damn, does it shine right now. And it will be hit by light as well, so we can like apply the highlight here. Dang. Whoa. Whoa. Right, and all the metal stuff as well. These brushes, by the way, since you're using the same brush as I do now, Kat, it's like tricky to paint metal. Don't try to do it like this. So like, let's say you want to paint this, sorry, don't try to paint it like this. Try to paint it in like brush strokes perpendicular to this, so you can pretty much see this. You can see me doing like these kind of brush strokes. And then it will pay off overall. They give texture, it is just like easier to control the form with these. Don't try to make it like blend perfectly, just try to control the form. Also, when it comes to rendering metal, like just know that it's super reflective. It means that from the highlight to the shadow area that is super dark, it can literally be like one next to another. Like they're very close. So yeah, also like, as I mentioned, for the pose to be a little bit more dynamic. All the angles, all the shapes can be dynamic. The tail can be also super dynamic as well. Compared to the original piece, it's obvious now. Yeah, you can see how much more even like danger there is to the axe. Now it feels like this thing will fuck you up, right? Dynamic magic. I'm pretty sure I didn't show the best example of how to make this dynamic, but it is just like it just takes a lot of time to build it up, you know, like to make everything flow together. Especially caves. Caves are such like a double-edged sword. They can make your piece, but they're also like such a pain to figure out. and then like render the all the folds within them and stuff like that. It's challenging. And just okay, even one, I guess one extra thing that I can tell you is even here in the shadow, right, there would still be like some like areas that are brighter and areas that are darker. So don't ever have like, you know, things being, I guess you can have things being like so dark they're kind of merged together, but this is like not that kind of an area. Because there will be still a lot of light reaching here. All the reflected light, or the light reflected from the light that's hitting her, even on her face. It will be like lights that is bouncing from her arms. It won't be as bright, of course, but it will still be some. Like this. Where is the light from? Her cloth or weapon? Both. Like, literally both. Is it about how strong to the bounce light? Very not strong. It's really, it's up to you. But it shouldn't be as strong. Also, when it comes to the face, I guess just in general, I would kind of stay away from having that strong of local values. So like this, you can see, like this should be closer to this in brightness. And even the face, like the lips should be kind of like closer to the, I mean, they're kind of closer. And on the face a little bit too, like just some minor things, like the eyes a little too low there. Just like the general shape. But I'm just, usually whenever I'm giving out critiques, I don't think that, you know, comments on anatomy or the like the face structure is like that necessary, because like you'll definitely get better at that. Like everybody knows that, you know, you probably know that, you know, your face can be face paintings can be better. So it's kind of like pointless to critique. This is tricky, by the way, painting masks, and like if you're, like, say, missing one eye, it's kind of more difficult than painting both eyes, at least to me. I guess one thing that I would comment on the eyes, like how to make it easier to paint eyes, is to first, like, how I started is I just paint the shadow. I literally paint the, like, the eye socket shadow, and it kind of connects to the nose right away. And like I can start by applying light first, and then under nose it's already also like a shadow, and then there are lips already, and there is like cheekbone, and there is a, you know, shift of planes after that. Like it's kind of like one thing feeds into another, and it's like it will be easier to develop a face like that. It was like wanting doing the symmetry in perspective by covering the eye. No, I feel like it would be so much easier, especially if here, like from this angle, it's so easy to paint another eye. Like it's actually barely visible. Oh, he starts to look like a man a little bit. The way I gave her the jawline. Right, the face, but I think you see the point that I was trying to make for the face, and then like as you adjust that, it'll kind of reveal the. Oh damn! It's actually yeah. As I adjust face, it's actually started being noticeable how much smaller it is compared to the body. Oh, I didn't even notice, you know. Yeah, the head's definitely a little bit smaller. The heads make it so much harder for you to like adjust the face and everything, or like compare the face. Yeah, so like making the face smaller. Right, Sunshines, I'm sorta out of time for this because my dinner is ready and I don't want for it to cool off. But Kat, I will do like maybe 10 more minutes off stream of this. So I hope all the points that I brought up, I'll also write them down in the comments on in community in Patreon. But I hope the points that I made, I don't know how much time it was. Maybe it was 30 minutes already. I'm just like invested already. But yeah. Come back after a few minutes, looks so different, looks awesome, way more dramatic light. Yeah, it's all the weapon. So like before and after. And I'll do the face as well. Before and after. So to wrap it up, gonna go for like okay. To wrap it up, avoid square canvases, make more dramatic shapes and poses for compositional flow. Add warm light if you don't have any warm base colors in the character, and also the thing that I said about the weapon rendering. Yeah, Kat, I'll post it 100% there. I'll post it. See this. Good critique, nice one. Thank you, Sunshines. Yeah, I hope you liked it, Kat. I hope it was helpful. And with that being said, Sunshines, I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Pew, 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 pew.